What's going on? This is LFC Transfer Room, and we all know we want to sign Jude Bellingham. We all know we want to sign Moises Caicedo, but what I'm going to do in this video is give you three midfielders nobody is talking about who could potentially solve our midfielder crisis. So these three midfielders no one's talking about, there's no connection to Liverpool, it's just three players I have been looking at stats and data for and think, do you know what? There's something in this, and potentially they could solve the problem. Now, the first player on the list is a player called Lovro Mayor. He currently plays for On in League One, and he's a Croatian national. He got a goal in the World Cup the other day. Now, this player statistically reminds me a lot of Thiago. He is a ball distribution specialist. When you look at his stats, he is in the top 8% for dribbles completed, top 10% for touches in the attacking penalty area, top 3% for progressive passes. His standard percentages put him in the top 10% for most attacking midfielder type things. So his assists, top 2%, expected assists, top 3%, key passes, top 4%, passes into penalty area, top 11%, shot creating actions, top 3%. Lovro is one of these midfield generators. He finds opportunities, he makes opportunities, he plays in that natural 10 position where Bobby Firmino's playing at the moment, but he dribbles, completions, everything. This 24-year-old could be the solution that we're looking for. Now, currently his estimated value is 22 million. Doesn't have a terrible record when it comes to injuries, and in 100 appearances as an attacking midfielder, he's got 26 goals and 31 assists. Currently valued at 22 million, he could come in and he could be the Thiago of the future. He could generate opportunities, but I'll tell you one thing, he is guaranteed to create opportunities for this Liverpool front four that are so fluid in their attack. Seems to be a really good option when it comes to defending and pressing and fighting and getting the ball back in the attacking third, being in the top 12% for tackles won in the attacking third. Lovro Mayor could very well be a player that we need that we haven't talked about. His passing success rate puts him in the top 2 to 3% of players. His only flaw is his aerial lost puts him in the top 10%, which is also a bit of a flaw of Trent. So if you put them both on the right hand side, that could cause us a bit of a defensive problem. So he doesn't solve the defensive problem, but he very well could create as many opportunities when it comes to attacking. The second player that nobody's talking about and that hasn't been linked to Liverpool in the slightest is a player called Stijn Spierings. Not Jay Spearing, Stijn Spierings. This is a Dutchman who is also in League One playing for Toulouse. Now, he is a lot more of a defensive maestro. He's good at cycling the ball, but he's not necessarily the biggest playmaker. You know, the top 24% when it comes to passes completes, passes attempted, progressive passing top 11%, passes attempted top 18%. He is not as good a distributor as, shall we say, Lovro, but he is suitable at cycling the ball and getting involved, which is sometimes something that we might need when we think about the defensive element of our right central midfield. When it comes to clearances, top 29%. When it comes to tackles and interceptions, top 24%. Now, this player is not a world beater when it comes to anything. Tackles won, top 9%. But what makes Stijn Spierings very interesting for a club that may be up for sale and wouldn't necessarily have any money in the bank is he is valued at £4 million. £4 million for a player that has better defensive stats than Jordan Henderson and could be a plug solution whilst the ownership thing goes on, is a player that could help us make sure that we get Champions League football. He's dynamic, he's quick, played a lot in League 2, he has only just broke through into League 1 and this Dutch international. Big, powerful, athletic, good at distributing the ball very locally and good at defending, could very well be the solution that we need. Now, if you're looking for a player who could just lock down that right hand side and give Trent the freedom to do whatever he damn well wishes, this third and final player that I've identified, Valentin Rozier, currently also in League One playing for Marseille, This guy's got it all, and this guy actually I'm quite excited about. Passes attempted top 4%, progressive passes top 12%, tackles top 22%, interceptions top 26%. This guy can distribute. His passes complete is the top 3%, top 4%, top 7%. Progressive passing distance top 6%. This is in world football against central midfielders. His passes completed medium, short and long, all in the top 5% of world football. Progressive passes top 12%, so he is able to pass the ball forward, and his passes attempted in the top 4%. This is a player that can distribute the ball, very accomplished, from both a defensive midfielder position and a right back position. So he's played right back, he has also played defensive midfielder. When you look at his tackling success, he is better than Jordan Henderson, he's better than Fabinho in his tackles being 2.5 per game, puts him in the top 22%. His tackles won put him in the top 17%. His top defensive tackles put him in the top 20%. This guy's good at possession, he's good at winning the ball back, he is good in the air and winning the ball in the air as well. His interceptions in the top 20%, his tackles won in the top 17%. This guy is brilliant at ball retention, he is brilliant at defensive action. He is brilliant at basically keeping the ball where it needs to be, which is what we need our central midfielders to do, because we've got 4 attackers and a left back and a right back that create all our opportunities. So having someone that can just do everything and has got the energy to do it all, make him an absolute prime candidate. Honestly, look at some of his stats, take some time to look at him. Valentin Rozier is my number 1 pick. Valued at only 14 million, he's also a bargain. He's a player no one's talking about, but playing in League One for his entire career. He's not a goal scorer, he's not an assist. He is not also someone that breaks down. His injury history is very strong, with only 1 major injury, which is a ruptured cruciate ligament in 2016. From then, he has never missed more than 8 games with an injury. So this guy is not only bulletproof, but he is also great at ball distribution, great at tackling, great at defence. Now, will we sign any of these 3 players? Almost certainly not. But it is interesting to look, away from the Jude, Moises Caicedo, to 3 players Liverpool have not been linked with, but could potentially snap up at a bargain price. Lovro and Valentin, I think, would make excellent additions to the Liverpool team. If you have a look into some of their stats and data, they are players that are absolutely on the right trajectory at the moment, and both within Moneyball territory. This has been LFC Transfer Room. This has been 3 Liverpool midfielders we have not been linked with and have no connection to signing, and I will catch you on the next one.